Hey everybody, welcome back to this series about converting your game in Unity from cycloptic to stereoscopic 3D and putting it on an iOS device. So this video is about converting the GUI, so let's get started. I'm going to say a few words before I do this because I don't know any way to make the same canvas fit two totally different dimensions, like this half screen, because that's what we need to duplicate the whole thing, and a full widescreen. I don't know how to do that, but I know how to make this work. But I'm going to leave the original screen space canvas alone. I switched it from GUI to screen space canvas. I'm going to make a new world space GUI. And I'm going to put that at -1000. And the screen space canvas, I'm going to duplicate that and put that in here and change that to world space. Now I'm going to add two new cameras. So duplicate those and drag them down to world space GUI. Now we want those to only show the user interface stuff. And we want them to be don't clear and at a depth of 1 so that they're in the front. And if we turn this off temporarily, then we point these cameras at this scene. Like if you go to screen space canvas and hit Shift F and zoom out a little bit, then point these at that with align with view. Okay, I made the left one at a depth of 2, the right one at a depth of 1. And now they seem to be generating roughly the correct thing. So let's align both of them with the view. Okay. And now, in this screen space canvas, this is world space, my bad. You'll need to realign the things that you need and resize some of them. To do that, I select one of them, like volleys, and switch to this mode, and then I move it around until it's in the right position on the game view. And do the same with misses. However, I'm going to need to resize these, and then velocity goes down here, and this text goes up top. So to resize them, I'm going to go 10, 20, 15. And then these should be at the same size, probably 40. And I'm going to move them both down a little bit. Okay. Then I've got 3 other GUI elements here that are disabled at the moment, but they need to be also resized and moved. And finally, this one, move it right, the size. And I'm going to put on 3 lines. That's decent. Now the whole GUI is resituated for stereoscopic. That should work, but how to switch back and forth between stereoscopic and cycloptic? The answer is to use the exact same script that we were using before, use the same techniques. And so I'm actually going to add the extra GUI elements to this. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and make a create empty stereoscopic manager object and 0 this, and copy this component and paste it in there. And remove it from cameras. And I'll add them here, and then I'll show you what I did. What I did was, for the left and right cameras and the world space canvas and the screen space canvas, I added them all in here. For the left and right cameras, UI cameras, I enabled them, camera.enabled. For the world space canvas, I canvas.enabled it. And for the screen space I'm going to canvas.and disable it. And I'm going to do the same thing, but in reverse on Cycloptic. On Cycloptic, these should be disabled, the cameras and the world space, but the screen space should be enabled. So let's try it out. That looks good for non-stereoscopic, but then if I switch to stereoscopic, good, both cameras are in stereoscopic, the GUI is reflecting properly. Before we're done, there are a few more things to mention. One is that the cameras that are showing the actual screen need to zoom out. Probably that. And then for my particular UI, I forgot to add these new canvas elements to my game manager. So they're not being turned on and off on game over and on game on. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I added those in, and the only thing worth mentioning is that it looks like primary text is in here several times, but they're different objects. You can click on them once, and it'll show you which one it is. And to get the right one, I just dragged and dropped from there to there. Now there's one more thing to do, because the game's entirely working except the fields in the top left and right. They keep track of scores, volleys, and misses. They're not doing anything. And I know why. It's because this scoring script is set to the old one. So there are two options. I could make another script and set it to the new ones and activate it when we went into stereoscopic. Or what I'm going to do is make these, I'm going to make a simple script to make these mirror the text on those. So I just made this simple script, it only took me a few seconds, and it just copies the text from one to another TextMesh Pro UGUI, and I had to add using TM Pro. So to use it, it'll show up with copy text from and copy text to, and you take the one to copy the text to and from, and now it's working. In the next video, we'll get working on the iPhone, and one of the key puzzles with that is how to control the game. Before I go, thanks again for watching this video and all my other videos, and if you like my stuff, subscribe to my channel, and pretty soon I'll have a Patreon link so you could support me in other ways. That would be great. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.